Good morning, good night, good evening, and welcome back to Akizuki. Now this is going to be the ultimate guide to Akizuki. Our team: Veneto, Issei, Warspy, Charles, myself, Icarus, and an Icarus. So a lot of tier 6s. So I'm not so much going to show you how to play this map. I'm going to show you how to play this ship to its ultimate advantage. Now, I've ground this thing about, I think we're at number 4 on the ship in operation. I played a lot of this ship regrinding it for reach 0 points. So I know a thing or two about playing this ship now. It's a great ship. It's always been a great ship since it was first released. And don't be afraid to open gun. For sure. Do not be afraid to open gun, especially if you have all the health abilities for Destroyer like Akizuki, and you have 23,000. Don't be afraid to just use that health. Open gun. There is nothing wrong with open gunning if you know what you're doing. And see, these cruisers are all weak. These cruisers are all susceptible. You've got to know your ship. If you know Akizuki, you know it has decent AP. And against these kind of cruisers, it will just citadel the living daylights out of them. And you see, I do get 3 charges of engine boost, 3 charges of reload booster, and 3 charges of smoke. So that's not a lot. So I have to manage it. But see, I'm going in for the broadside, and one salvo, he's gone. And then the Furtuka, the aiming takes a little, but once you get the Citadel, the AP is just destroying it. And it's gone. It shoots, it takes a little bit of my chunk off. It drops torps. You do have to be wary of torps, because if you take a torp, it's going to get hurt. You barely miss that, but we get lucky. And then we pick up the Yahagi. And we're going to think, oh, we hope we have their selection if we were a cruiser. Unfortunately, the Aoba got into an angle where our AP doesn't work no more. But we're up to 54,000 damage on the first wave. 3 kills. The AP works. You just don't be afraid to use this AP on any broadside cruiser. The closer you are to the cruiser, use AP. And if you're in a smoke screen, remember, your smoke firing penalty is only like 2.3 to 2 kilometers. You can be within 3 kilometers of it, like a broadside cruiser, and say Aegis, and just pepper the thing with AP. At that range, you will Citadel. Deactivated. Or at the very least, at least chunk it. Now, when your team is being very not aggressive like this, you have to be ultra aggressive. And like I said, don't be afraid to open gun. This Fubuki only has 10,000 HP. You outgun him significantly. You just have to worry about the battleship and the Aoba. The Congo and the map aren't even range yet. By the time he even shoots, can get a shot on me and turn his guns around, he's dead. Then you smoke up, and then you can farm. Because the team will at this point start spotting, and you can just farm this guy down. But definitely back up, or go forward. You want to lay a big smoke screen. Especially if you're on Aegis. You want a big smoke screen. Because those cruisers will drop torps on you. And you definitely want big smoke screens. The only time you don't want a big smoke screen is if you're trying to nail all the Omahas and Ultimate Frontier. That's the only time you don't want a big smoke. Because you want a small smoke. And that's what I mean by smoke firing penalty. Is that if you can, well, let's be honest, bitch slap all those Omahas you'll do really great. Unfortunately, we can't drop torps on the Ayoba, but we can kill him. Baron speeds up. We may not get all of our torps, but we will kill him. And we're doing about 1,000. Yes, we might do more with HE, but we did finally get the Citadel. Switch back to HE and start peppering. Trying to get another fire on him. He's got a permanent. He's DCP's off cooldown. So if we get a flood on him, that helps. I am worried though that the torps won't hit. But looking at the torps now, they will hit. We do get a fire, and he's going to take 3 torps, and he's gone.
Reconnaissance reporting. Third attack is about to...
Well, he took 3 torps, but only 2 killed him. And right there and then we crossed almost 120,000. Venato tries to get a good shot on him, but unfortunately the Venato is just... It's a bad ship. It needs a buff. We get a fire that's permanent on him, so he's going to take some permanent fire damage. We're trying to get a second fire on him. But again, open gunning. There's nothing wrong with open gunning in this ship. We're at this range, we can start unloading with some armor piercing. Do a little bit of damage. But our fire does pick him up. And for 137,000, we've only lost like 1,000 HP. You want to outtrade your enemy. That's the key to do in Akizuki, is to be able to pump out the damage and minimize the damage. Even though this is ops, a lot of it is the gameplay, the mechanics are still based with randoms format. A lot of the survivability techniques are based on randoms experience. And I don't think that you could ever use ops to truly get that kind of experience. Only randoms can provide that kind of experience. But for understanding this ship and survivability and everything, yeah, operations will do fine. It just depends on how much you want to put into learning that ability. And a lot of players just don't learn that ability. That's what makes Operation Unicorns like myself so strong. Now we do smoke up, we use our second heal. And I know it's gutsy because that Ayoba is right there. And I go for the DD. Because I'm like, the DDs are key targets. Fortunately, I don't have them selected. That's why my shots are aiming off. We do pick up the Mayoko. And we just unload on all of these. Unfortunately, Mr. Ayoba turns right in and misses the torp. We should have anticipated that, but we didn't. And he will get within our firing penalty right about now. So we're in danger. But we killed basically 2 DDs and the creatures. So now we're just loading HE and we're trying to hit that superstructure, trying to kill us. And unfortunately, York is shooting us. We do pick him up, and we pick our natural selection up at 11 kills. That's the key. If you have so much HP in this ship, you can do a lot. Unfortunately, Z does get nerfed so far, and we have no choice but to get out of here. But we need to kill him first. The team should be able to pick up the York. We just need to pick up this enemy destroyer. Z. And you see, it's not a lot. He's pretty damn close. And I can only use my back turrets because that is German HE. Unfortunately, the team comes in and kills him. But we crossed, almost came up to 200k. And that's the thing with Akizuki. This is an exceptionally aggressive ship. Like, and I'm telling the Veneto to get back because I'm like, go heal, man, go heal. You've only had 16k. Go heal.
Reporting. Enemy cruisers entered the combat zone. They're chasing our aircraft carrier.
If you're not playing the Akatsuki super aggressive and really pumping out the damage, I'll be honest, you're playing the ship wrong. This ship needs to be played ultra aggressively. And I'm thinking, yes, I could go over and help kill and finish those two cruisers and get the Des Moines in here. But I look at my team and I realize that they're completely leaving the other side open. I can still shoot and support from here, but I know I gotta head back over to the other side. I'm only at 11,000 HP. I lost a lot of health going into that third wave. But you can see where all those ships died. I killed about half that third wave. Because my team wasn't. And I'm down to like a 2.6 reload now. Now see, the kid caused is opening up on me, and that's when I realized I can't really fight. I gotta go. I can try to do some stuff, but I've got to go dark because he's just peppering me, and it's at this point that I'm like, okay, I've got to stop firing because he is just whittling me down slowly and steadily. Try to get as much damage as I can. And then just decide to finally avoid him. It does take a chunk of my health off, though. So, it's unfortunate. But I'm not worrying about those cruisers on the other side. I'm going to help the other side because my team is nowhere near there. I popped my last engine boost to get over there. And we will pick up Hipper. And that crosses 13 kills and 222. But you know, we've got an Ibuki, a Gneisenau, and a Z coming down this side. And I'm heading to the heal buff. I don't have enough health to gun all these guys down. So I need to get into a position where I can get health back and use my smoke to just farm these guys. And like, there's nobody on my team coming to really help. I'm like the only one here.
Smoke generator starting.
And I decided this Z's opening up. I gotta kill this guy. Get him down, and then I can focus on the other two. Lay my big smoke screen just in case. And I start aiming my sights aimed in on him so I can just start chunking his stuff. We did pick up the Z.
Enemy destroyer blown up.
Got my reload booster and aim up for both those ships. My goal is not to get accurate strikes, just decent enough strikes to weaken them. Of course, you always want to go for accurate strikes, but playing the Akatsuki, you're extremely high DPM, but you gotta keep an eye on the map. I knew the team would have the other side covered. And everyone seems to neglect this side. See, even at this range, I'm solid armor piercing doing 1,000 to almost 2K on this guy. And the torque will pick him up. Unfortunately, Gneisenau now turns in and misses our torque, which is unfortunate. Even if he was to shoot me, there's not much he could do to me. He'll take some damage up, but the odds of him killing me is negligible. Issei and the Des Moines have come to the side to, well, finally help. Like what? 2 fires on this guy now? And I gained about 6,000 of my health back being in this building. No, he's practically dead at this point. There's nothing the team... I mean, they're going to kill him. We got a full health Nagano coming in. The team did a really good job of holding the other side. I just wanted to secure them on the side because if you all focus on one side, it never goes well. I've seen so many matches where everyone is just hyper-focused on one side and they just screw up. But look at my shell hits. I'm basically at 900 shell hits at this point. And we're closing in on 300k. Trying to always aim for that superstructure to get that extra damage. I'm like, so close, so close, so close. Ooh. But unfortunately, we miss out on that 300k by 600 HP. But we end up with 16 kills and almost 1,000 target hits, which is pretty decent. So 299k. I was running a green boosters. That's why my free XP in it. I was running green boosters since I was regrinding. C-star, assistant, natural selection, and a major contribution. 16 kills. Team score. Surprisingly, I was honestly expecting for more base XP, but only 1637, but still enough to secure a major contribution. And you can just see the number of shells that I shot was about 1,500, around 1,600, and I got about a 50 to 60% hit ratio. That's kind of what you want to be aiming for. You just want to pump that damage up. And as you can see, a lot of not much of my damage was in floods and fires. It was just in solid damage that was done. It wasn't fires. It wasn't so much in floods. And the torpedoes barely made anything. All my damage came from just solid gunpowder. If you can strive to do this kind of damage, and what I mean by damage, you don't have to be cracking major contributions out like crazy. If you can strive to be about 150 to about 200, 150 at average. If you can do 150 on average in an Akizuki and then steadily keep climbing it, you're going to get to this point. It just takes practice. But I mean, as you can see, the results are phenomenal. Like, you don't have to run blue boosters to pull a huge profit. If you just perform sufficiently and just do green boosters, over time that's going to add up to more, and it'll save you expensive boosters. Because this is my best Akatsuki game ever. And I like to think of this as how far I've grown in the Akatsuki since playing her in Tier 8 Ops. I didn't really touch my Akatsuki till I started regrinding again. I had to start from the bottom and learn this ship. Back up. Because I had played her in randoms, but I hadn't touched the ship in like 3 years. So I had to relearn everything. And this is what I feel is the culmination of learning this ship again. But it's a great ship. It was a great game. It was fun. It was a little bit stressful. But I love those kind of games where you're literally having to carry your team, and it adds a little bit of challenge to it. But I love those kind of games. But that is how I would run the Akizuki. And this is my ultimate guide to running the Akizuki. Because look at that. There's... the only one that even came close was the Warspite. And when you can carry and do this kind of damage in Akizuki, you're going to have fun. Cap loves this ship. Devil likes this ship. I haven't met a player in World of Warships that doesn't like Akizuki.